Good morning, everyone. Benjamin Dixon with some breaking news here for the Young Turks. I'll give everyone a few minutes to come into the room. It's kind of a major deal with Donald Trump um, basically wholeheartedly admitting his agenda with regards to sabotaging the United States Postal Service. CNN as well as Fox News, they're breaking this news now that Donald Trump is saying clearly, according to Abby Phillips on CNN. She said on Twitter, Trump is clearly on Fox stating why he won't fund the USPS. Now, they need that money in order to make the post office work so it can take all of these millions and millions of ballots. But if they don't get those two items, that means you can't have universal mail-in ballots. So he's making it clear for the first time, even though we've known this, right? We've known this for quite some time, that this is exactly why Donald Trump is sabotaging the Postal Service. It's interesting to hear him say it with his own words. And this is something that the Republican Party obviously should oppose, but I have a feeling we're not going to hear them oppose this at all whatsoever because they have a vested interest in Donald Trump's reelection, even if that means that they have to sacrifice, that they're willing to sacrifice the post office as well as burn this country to the ground. It's not only Donald Trump's reelection that they're interested in keeping, they're also interested in breaking up the post office in the first place. Any type of public good, any type of public service, we've seen for quite some time that the Republicans have been willing to destroy it. They get in office in order to break it apart, to make government inefficient. One of the reasons they always say and complain about the government being inefficient is because they get into office and they do everything they can to make it inefficient. Just like the current Postmaster General, he is there sabotaging the post office even as we speak. And so this is surprising that he is so ignorant that he would admit it, but this is where we are in 2020, that even though he admitted it very clearly, we're very likely not to have a single Republican come out against this, and they will stand by and watch him break it up. And again, in breaking it up, this provides an opportunity for them to say, look, see, this is how the post office has failed. And now this gives us an excuse to privatize the post office. And this is the agenda of the Republican Party for so long. So it's going to be interesting to see exactly how far they're willing to go in order to, what all are they willing to destroy in order to get this privatized agenda across. It's going to be interesting to see exactly what component of the government are they willing to not just burn down to the ground for the sakes of getting some type of privatized profit off of it. But it's also interesting to see how far they're willing to go to allow Donald Trump, or how many instances will they allow Donald Trump to just state the strategy so plainly and so clearly. It's fascinating. It's fascinating that the Republican Party will stand by. And also, I'm interested in seeing what the Democrats are going to do about this, right? I can lay all this at the Republican Party as much as I want, but the real question is, what are Democrats going to do about this to stop this? Because this is Donald Trump. It's not a sure thing that Donald Trump is going to lose in 2020. Right? Even if there is no shenanigans, right? The recent polling from Harris and Hill X showed that 50% of white Americans said that they would vote for Donald Trump right now today. So it's not a sure thing that Donald Trump is going to lose, even if he doesn't sabotage the post office. But if he does sabotage the post office, it's a high likelihood that he would win. And then we saw last week, one last detail, we saw last week that Donald Trump has no problem with the hypocrisy of supporting mail-in ballots for the state of Florida. And he stated very clearly why he supports mail-in ballots for the state of Florida, because they had a Republican governor previously and they currently have a Republican governor now. And as you all remember, if you're around in 2000, the state of Florida was able to go through their machinations to ensure a Republican won the White House. So there's no problem with the hypocrisy in their minds. They're totally willing to engage in the hypocrisy even more. So this is breaking news. Again, Donald Trump admitting very clearly on Fox News why he is not going to fund the post office. And this is what he said again. He said now, hang on, I just lost my tweet that quickly. He said that now they need that money in order to make the post office work. but so it can take all of these millions and millions of ballots. But if they don't get those two items, that means you can't have universal mail-in ballots. So Donald Trump admitting very clearly his entire agenda. And the real question is what are Republicans going to do about it, which I believe is nothing. And then what are Democrats going to do about it? Well, it remains to be seen. All right, this is Benjamin Dixon with breaking news for TYT.